Hello, my yarny friends. I'm Sach, and welcome to my channel. Today is Friday Fun Day. So I've got a couple of projects we're going to do today. One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to make these fun and silly lip appliques. They're super fun. Let me see here. It says they measure 4 inches across, so they're a really nice size. And I've got mine on a blocking board because I want them to be just a little bit crisper. You can use these on hats, scarves. You can use them on bowls, whatever that you want. They're also fun to stitch up and maybe set on a table. Use them for your place markers at your party. Okay, or you can just add them to any decor that you want to decorate for Valentine's Day or not. They'd be great for a wedding shower or an engagement party. You know, you never know. They're just super fun and super easy. I know I always say super duper too many times, but these are super fun to do. And there's a fun way also to use up some of your leftover yarns because lips don't have to be pink and red, although they're super fun if they are. All right, so the other thing that we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to make some lip balm. I thought it was the perfect accompaniment for the lips. And the thing is, you can make this lip balm for anybody because it's made with 3 simple ingredients, and then you can add whatever flavor, I guess I should say scent, that you want to. We really don't want it to be flavored. So they're super easy to make, and they're just super easy to take along with you too. And I'll show you what you need and how to make them as well. We're going to make the lips first, and then we're going to do the lip balm. Now this is a great gift that you can give to just about anybody because you can make a little gift bag, maybe buy a little gift bag, add a heart to the bag, or maybe add it to a card, and then give them a lip balm that says, "You're the bomb." I think that's hilarious. You're the bomb. Be my Valentine. All right, so these are some really fun projects, and this is what we're going to do today. So let's go over to the other camera and get started. We're going to be making the lips first. And first of all, you don't have to have a blocking board. I just like to use them to block my lips and other things. And to block them, once they're made, you just pin them on the board, spritz them with a little bit of water, that's it, and then let them dry. And a great place to let them dry is on top of your dryer, because if you're doing a load of laundry, that heat's going to come up through and dry them quicker. But you don't have to. You can just set them on your blocking board and set it aside. If you don't have a blocking board, you can do this on a towel with a piece of cardboard underneath, or you can just set them out flat and let them dry. All right? So what you're going to need is just a small amount of a medium weight number 4 yarn. You can make these in acrylic, you can make them in wool, you can make them in cotton, or a blend. It doesn't matter as long as it's a medium weight number 4 yarn. This is just your basic red heart. This is some Vanna's Choice I had left over. And this is, I think this is also red heart. These are just from my scraps. All right, we're going to be stitching today with our H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You need a needle to weave your ends in, and then of course your scissors. Let's get started. So we're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 14 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So I've chained my 14 chains, and we're going to work across this side and make the lips. And then on the bottom, we're going to make the bottom of our lips. So we'll be working on both sides of our chain. So we're going to begin with a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Now we're going to stitch a half double crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to stitch a double crochet in the next stitch. Now in the next stitch, we're going to be stitching 2 triples. And these are both stitched in the same chain. So there's 1, 2. All right, so now we're going to stitch a double crochet in the next. Then we'll stitch a half double crochet in the next. And a single crochet in the next. So that's the first side of the top of our lips. Now we have to do the second part. All right, so we're going to stitch a half double crochet in the next, a double crochet in the next, 2 triples in the next, and remember those 2 triples go in 1 chain. Then we'll stitch a double crochet in the next, a half double crochet in the next, and then a single crochet in that last stitch. And we're going to go ahead and make a chain 1. So let's take a look at it real quick. So we have a single crochet, a half double crochet, and a double crochet. Then we stitched our 2 triples in the same stitch. Then we stitched double crochet, half, single. And then we did half double crochet, double, 2 triples in the same stitch, double crochet, half, and single. And that's the top portion of our lips. So now we're going to turn our work and we're going to stitch down what's called the opposite or other side of our chain. All right, so we're going to begin with a single crochet in that first chain. We're going to half double crochet in the next 2. Not in the same stitch, but in the next 2. Now we're going to stitch a double crochet in the next 2. We're going to triple in the next. And then we're going to stitch 2 triples in the next. And this should line up at that single crochet in the center of your lips of the other side. 2 triples. Whoops, get back on there. There we go. All right, so now we're going to triple in the next. Whoops, 2 wraps for a triple. There we go. Now we're going to stitch a double crochet in the next 2. 1, 2. We're going to stitch a half double crochet in the next 2. 1, 2, and then we finish off with a single crochet in that last stitch. Now, I like to join to that first single crochet, but you don't have to. I just think it looks better. We're going to go ahead and cut this and tie off. Now, if you're going to sew this onto something like, say, a scarf or a hat or something, you can leave a long tail of yarn so that you can sew that on. But I'm going to cut mine off and I'm going to weave those in. All right, so I'm going to take that tail of yarn, thread that onto my needle. We'll turn it over and we'll just weave that into the back. And again, if you're going to sew this onto something, you can leave a long tail and use that as your way to sew that onto scarf or bag or something. All right, we'll go ahead and clip that one. And then I'll weave in this other one. And then I'll show you how to put it on your blocking board. All right, so what I do is I just set it on where I want it to be. And I'll pin it on. Now this board has squares, and that's for lining up. Each square is a square inch. But I don't really need that for this. I just want to make sure that I get those bumps for the top of the lip. And then a little bit of a bump in the center of the bottom of the lip. And then I'll just take my spray bottle and spritz it. Spritz, spritz, spritz. We don't soak it down. We just dampen it. That one's pulled a little. Let's get that one in a little better shape. There we go. And then we just let it dry, and then it's ready for whatever we want to do with our lips applique. So what you need to make your own lip balm is you need some organic coconut oil. You need 100% beeswax, and these are the little pellets. These melt really quickly. And then you need some shea butter. I purchased all this stuff except for the coconut oil at my local Hobby Lobby. Now you're going to need some sort of containers, and I bought this. This was $1.49 over by the soap making things, and you can see it says lip balm containers. There were 6 in this, and these are the 4 that I've already made, and then these are the 2 empty ones, and this is what they look like. They're just a little container that's plastic with a little lid. They also have tubes. You can make them like chapstick tubes, and you can also get a bigger pack. This is a great project for a group of people to do together. I think it'd be super fun for like a Girl Scout troop or something like that to make something like this. The main thing is you're going to be using a microwave, and this is going to be very hot. And so you're going to have to really supervise if you're doing this with the kiddos, okay? All right, so the only other thing you're going to need is some sort of a scent. And I used the white vanilla in mine. You know, I have the 2 vanillas from Mexico that I showed you in some of my previous videos. And it's a clear, and then there's a kind of a brownish color that vanilla usually is. And I used the clear in here because I didn't want to change the color. All right. And I just put just a little bit of vanilla. All right. So let me show you what you do. I'm not going to actually heat this back up. I'm just going to show you what you do. So this is a 1 tablespoon measuring cup or measuring spoon. All right. So you're going to need that. You're going to need some sort of a glass bowl to warm your stuff up in to melt it, and then a spoon. A lot of people recommend using a wooden spoon, and the reason is you can leave that spoon in when it goes in the microwave. I didn't grab my wooden spoon. This is just my regular tablespoon that we use at the table. So to make your lip balm, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 tablespoon of your beeswax pellets, and 1 tablespoon of your shea butter. And you're going to measure those out and stick it into this glass bowl. And this is going to fill 4 of these lip balm containers. Just so you know, this is what I did. 1 tablespoon of shea butter, 1 tablespoon of the beeswax, and 1 tablespoon of the coconut oil. You're going to put that all in your bowl. Make sure you've got hot pads ready because this is going to be hot. So you're going to stick it in your microwave at 15-second increments. And after each 15 seconds, you're going to stir that around. And you're going to do this until the whole thing is clear. All the beads are melted, all the shea butter and the coconut oil all melted clear. And you'll be able to see right through it. It'll be nice and clear, okay? Once that's done, you're going to let it cool just a little bit. And then you'll add a drop or 2, however much of the scent you want in your lip balm. Okay, and then you don't want it to cool too much because you need to be able to pour it. And what I did is I laid out a paper towel so I don't mess up my counter. And I opened these all up. And I used my spoon and hot pad glove and my bowl. And I gently put that in. Now you could use, say, a funnel. That would help. And I just continued filling them until all 4 of them were full. Once they're full, you want to leave the lids off until it dries into a soft, waxy film. And it's really nice. It's really great on the lips. I've been using this one. Okay? And 1 tablespoon of all 3 of these ingredients, and then your scent, will fill 4 of these lip balms. I don't know the amount on them. Let me look on here. It just says 0.48 ounces. So I don't know if that's the combined amount or for each one. It doesn't say. Nope, doesn't say. But either way, that's a nice size lip balm. Okay, and so like I said, a tablespoon of your shea butter, tablespoon of your beeswax pellets, tablespoon of your coconut oil, melted at 15-second increments until it's clear. Add your scent and then pour it in. Do not put your lids back on until it's 100% cooled off. And what I did with mine, I had my lids off. I put it on a plate and I put it in my refrigerator, and I just left it in there all afternoon. And I just did that to make sure that it was cooled, okay? If you put it in your refrigerator, make sure that you bring it out and set it on the counter and let all the moisture be gone out of it. That's very important. You don't want to put the lids on when they're warm because it can grow a bacteria in there from the moisture. And if you put it in the refrigerator, you want to make sure there is no moisture inside before you put your lids back on. Again, the moisture can create bacteria. All right? And that's just how simple it is to make these lip balms. They make great gifts. They're great for like parties, people getting together. You could have several different essential oils to add, not flavoring, but scent to your lip balms. And this works wonderful. It works great. It keeps your lips from getting chapped. And one thing that I do is I put this on first and then I add my lipstick. And it keeps my lips super moist. Isn't that a lot of fun? I know I always say that, and I just love doing crafts that are fun, but also useful, and also make great gifts. This would be a great Valentine's party for kids, because kids need to understand that Valentine's Day isn't just for people who like to smooch all day, okay? It can be a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get together for a party or get together. Make some of these lip balms. They're super fun. Make some of these hearts. Put them together and give them to people that you care about. It's super fun. Now, the complete pattern and a few pictures is on my blog for the crochet pattern of our lips. And you can find the complete recipe and instructions on how to make your lip balms on that blog as well. And as always, I'll put that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. And just remember this. If you feel like you're going to be alone on Valentine's Day, there are some people and some animals who would love a visit. So cheer yourself up by going and visit maybe an older folks home or a dog rescue, because those are very cheerful things when you go in and take a gift. And maybe cheer yourself up as well as cheer them up. All right? Go take a dog for a walk or a visit with an elderly friend. All righty. So thank you for being here today for our Friday Fun Day. And I hope your Friday is fun. See you next week.